here wants to be free in 2023? Type in the comments, me, if that's you. I am so fired up and excited about this training today. I want to thank you for being here with me. I am Sherry Nichols, and I so appreciate you being here with me, whether that be that you are watching live or whether that be that you are watching in the replay. I am thrilled to have you here today and joining me and learning more about joining and being free in 2023. So again, who wants to be free in 2023? I do. Raise your hand, comment in the section below that you would love to be free in 2023. Okay, so beautiful. So this morning when I went into my meditation and Kelly, great to see you. I love that. Yes, love it. So you want to be free. Anybody who wants to be free in here, again, I invite you to comment in the section below, put it in the chat, heart it, whatever you want to do, but claim it, because now is your time. And so this morning when I was in my conversation with Jesus, I was asking, okay, what do you want me to share today in this live training that will really help people to be free in 2023? The first thing that came through is to really get out of your head and get into your heart. Get out of your head and get into your heart. What does that mean? It means, so much of the time we look at our circumstances, we look at our situation, and we look at our bank account, and we look at all these things that are in our physical world, and we allow those things to determine what is possible for us. So that is the first thing. I want you to just open up, even if it's a corner of your mind, to the belief and the knowing and the understanding that anything is possible. Anything is possible. There's so many things. I think what scripture is it? Maybe it's Mark. I'll have to post it in there, but there's a scripture I was just reading last night that said, all things are possible with God. All you have to do is believe. All you have to do is believe. So that means you're not in your head about what your current circumstances are. You are dropping into your heart. So the first thing, there's three things that I want to share with you today about that. The first thing is you're dropping into your heart and you're asking the question, what would I love? What would I love? You are turning a blind eye on circumstances for the moment, right? It's not that we're ignoring things, but we're not allowing the possibilities of our life to be determined by what's showing up currently, physically in our life. So you're tapping into your heart, which is where God lives, which is where all desires of what is really yours to do in this life, to really live into your destiny, to really live into your gifts. It requires you to tap into your heart, not your head, and to know that there are people out there waiting for you to tap into it, waiting for you. Yes, you. I told you I am on fire for this training today because I want each and every one of you to tap into your heart, to really tap into being the best version of you in 2023. And so let's take a look at that. What would it look like for you to wake up on December 31st, 2023, look back at the year that you have lived and feel proud, feel joyful, feel thrilled with the steps you took, with, what would the actions have been? What would you have done that had you smiling ear to ear with fulfillment? What would you have done? Write it down. Write it down right now. Write it down and comment, put it in the chat or put it, if you're watching the replay, put it in the comment section. What area of your life would have changed? Would it be relationship? Would it be, and by relationship, I mean relationship with yourself, always first and foremost, or relationship, having a romantic partner? Would it, or if you're in a relationship, that relationship would have done a 180 and is everything that you had always wanted it to be? Would it be your career? Would you have made a career move, or would you have gotten a promotion, or what would that look like? Or if you are volunteering, if you're not in a place where you're working anymore, how would you be using your gifts and talents? How would you be contributing to the world? Would it be your finances? Would it be your health? Type in, what would the area be that would be the area that you would most love to see improved, would most love to see a change? And then you want to flesh it out. Look at what is blocking that freedom. What does free mean to you? What does free mean to you? And this is something that's different for every person. You know, for some, it's emotional freedom. For some, it's, when I say emotional freedom, what do I mean by that? It means no more toxic thoughts, no more waking up in the morning feeling funky, or not having the tools to deal with that funkiness and allowing yourself to stay in that funk and then crippling and being paralyzed and delaying and all those things. Thoughts that don't serve you, limiting beliefs, putting the wrong kind of spin on what's happening to you, keeping your old stories alive, your old stories that keep you stuck and paralyzed. Those things are emotional freedom. So write that down, write it down, write it in the comments. What is blocking you? What is blocking you? What is, I want you to do some serious contemplation about your current situation, to get really honest with yourself. No more hiding, no more sweeping things under the rug. What thoughts and beliefs trip you up? Write it down. Do you believe that you're too old? Do you believe that your time has passed? Do you believe that you don't, that you don't have what it takes, that nothing works out for you? Get real, get honest. That's the only way you're going to be able to shift things. Get vulnerable and allow yourself, as I said, get serious and look at the disruptions that have happened in your life. Maybe it's been in relationship, maybe it's been in financial, maybe it's been living situation, maybe it's been health situation, but there's always something to learn, always something to learn. God brings us disruptions in our life so that we learn from them, so that we grow from them, so that we can then expand upon them. And when we move through them, that we are able to give to other people, that we're able to share. Our gifts are given to us, but we're not supposed to just keep them for ourselves. We're supposed to give them out to others. So look at disruptions as a gift, because it's, if you take the time to see what is it here that I can learn from this, then you can give that to somebody else. You can give that to somebody else. It's the ripple effect of being of service and contribution to the planet, so that you're really helping. All you have to do is be one step ahead of somebody else, one rung up on a ladder to reach back and take somebody's hand and bring them along. And you all have that ability. And you are, if you look at it this way, that by you not stepping into what you are here to do, there are people out there waiting for you. And if you don't step in and take ownership and claim your gifts and claim what you've learned and share it, then you are not fulfilling your destiny. You're not fulfilling what you're here to do. And I know that that is not your intention. I know that's not your intention, because you are in this group. You are looking to grow. You're looking to expand. You are looking to be a bigger version of yourself. And that's not a single, that's not a solitary thing. That involves others as well. And so that's the second thing. The first thing is to ask yourself, what is it that I would love? The second thing is to look at what is blocking me. The third thing is to invest in yourself. No more excuses, no more delays. I'll do it later. No more saying, oh, I just don't have the time for that. No more excuses. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Time is up, ladies. Time is up. It is time to move forward. No more delays. I will tell you my own personal experience with this. When I had the nudge to write my book. I put it off. I put it off. I kept saying, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I've been starting a new business. All my credit cards were maxed out. I didn't have a savings anymore. I'd gone through it. And I was caregiving, and I thought, there's just no way I can do it. But that nudge inside would not go away. And finally, I got to the point that I thought, okay, when I get to the end of a friend asked me an important question. What if you get to the end of your life and you do not write this book, you do not obey what God is wanting to do through you, how will you feel? Immediately, I knew I would feel terrible. I would feel regretful. I would feel like I hadn't lived into my destiny. I don't want that to happen to you. I immediately turned around, and God, the minute I made the decision and gave up the excuses, God brought every single resource to me, cleared my calendar. It all happened. It was like Moses, right? The parting of the seas. Because if you have a will and a desire, God will provide the way. You have to trust me on that. I have experienced it time and time again. You must trust, and you must take the action. So that action is an investment in yourself. It might be investing more time in yourself. It might be investing in an accountability. It might be investing in a program. It might be investing in a coach. It is an investment in you. And you must look at it from that point of view. Because let me say it this way, you are smart, you are competent, you are capable, most of you brilliant. If you knew what to do, you would have done it. Wouldn't you? Yes, you would have done it. You would not be sitting there stuck. You would have done it if you knew what to do. I can't tell you how many times I get on the phone with people and they tell me over and over again, I just don't know the first step. I don't know what to do. So that means an investment in yourself, an investment in your dream, which is really God's desire to move through you. If you want, let me ask you a question. Do you want your life to change? Do you want your life to change? If you do, type yes in the chat. Type yes in the comment. If you do, type yes. And this, by the way, is hinged on the belief that you are worthy of the dream that you have. I'm going to say that again. You may have a desire to change, but unless you, at the core of your being, believe that you are worthy of the vision that you have, it's not going to happen. And that is where you want to invest in yourself. Because let me tell you something that blew my mind. Did you know that the majority of people that win the lottery go through the money, lose it, whether that be through bad investments, whether that be through giving it away, whether that be just blowing it on stuff. But the majority of people that win the lottery are back in the same place they were prior to winning it within 5 years. So why is that? It's not because they're not it's not that they're not worthy of it. It's because they subconsciously don't believe they're worthy of it. Their thoughts didn't change about who they are. Their patterns, their actions did not change about who they are. And they did not think they were worthy of it. Therefore, subconsciously, they, continued on with their actions, their patterns, and their beliefs that literally got rid of that money. So they ended up at square one again. The same thing applies to you in whatever area that is that you seem to be repeating the pattern over and over again, whether that be a relationship, whether that be health, whether that be career, whether that be finances. If we don't feel like we deserve something, I'm not going to say deserve, because deserve means that you have to work for something. If we don't feel that we are inherently worthy of what it is we desire, then we're just going to keep repeating the cycle. And that's where I say it is so imperative that you get real with yourself, that you get vulnerable, and that you, really make that decision, that choice in 2023. Am I going to change this? And if I am, what does that mean? Where do I need to invest? to make that happen for myself? Where do I need to invest? And let me see here what I wanted to say about this. Yeah, because if you don't, say it's a relationship, and say that you're in a relationship, and then it's going to have episodic ups and downs, and it's going to be like a roller coaster. Or you decide to move on and you start a new relationship, but guess what? If you don't change, it's going to be a new face, but the same relationship. So you want to make those changes. And it's really important that you understand that the common denominator is you. The common denominator is you. The common denominator is me on anything that we want in life. And this is not a judgment. This is a fact. When we continue to blame other things and other circumstances and make excuses and always think it's outside of ourselves, that's why we keep ending up with the same life year after year after year. When we get real, when we get honest, when we get vulnerable, and we look at this exciting fact. Yes, it is exciting. It is so exciting. Thank you, God, for really reminding me to point out to you, to remember who you are and whose you are, that you are stronger than you have any idea. God is within you, is there to really order your footsteps in the way that will lead you if you allow it, and to know that you have that power within you. That is exciting. Isn't it, ladies? Isn't it exciting to know that you have the power to change your life? You do. Yes. So if you find that exciting, right? Yes, exciting in the comments. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I love it, Kelly. Yes. I love the yeses. I love it. And so the caveat for really having your dreams come true in 2023 is becoming the woman who is living that vision. What do I mean by that? That means freedom. Remember, I said free in 2023. So that means to become that woman who is living that dream. That means that to become her, that means to be free of worry, to be free of doubt, to be free of low expectations, to be free of high drama, to be free of depression, to be free of sadness, to be free of resentment, to be free of insecurities and doubt and anger, and to be free of that feeling that there's no hope. And because deep down, you don't feel like you're really worthy of it, to be free of all of that. It all must go if you want to be free in 2023. And so again, what is blocking your freedom? Type it in the comments. Type it in the chat. What is blocking your freedom? Is it doubt? Is it worry? Is it insecurity? Is it a disbelief? Is it a limiting thought? What is it? Have the courage to identify it, and the bravery to commit to do whatever it takes to change it. Commit to have the courage to change it. Yes, Kelly. Yes. Thank you for sharing fear and doubt. Yes. How many of us have that? Myself included. Because the enemy wants to keep us stuck. What happens if the enemy keeps us filled with fear? We don't live into our destiny. We don't live into our light. And that is what you are. You are a light. And so it's a matter of who's going to win. Who's going to win? Am I going to let the enemy win, or am I going to let God win? Am I going to let the light win? Am I going to trust that as I step into something, as I put my foot out, that I am going to be supported, that God is going to show up? It's believing. It is believing. I had such a strong belief that I was meant to write that book, and I just figured somehow it's going to work out, and it did. Doesn't mean it didn't take some courage to move through the obstacles, but that's how we grow. That's the point of moving towards our dream, is that we grow. It's not so much about actually getting the dream. It's about who we become on the way to that dream, and who you are meant to be. Oh, it just makes me so emotional, because you are pure light and love and a messenger of that light. That is who you are. That is who you are. And so, yes, Kelly, moving through that fear and doubt. And any of you who are watching this, moving through whatever is blocking you. So who is ready to break free? Who's ready to break free? Say me in the comments, say me in the chat if you are ready to break through, because this is your year. This is your year. Step into it boldly. Step into it boldly, believing in yourself. And if you find that difficult to do, yes, Kelly, me. And those of you in the replay, me. And if you find that difficult to do, believe in my belief. Believe in my belief, because I know without a shadow of a doubt that you have what it takes. How do I know? Because God is within you. And if God is on your side, you can do anything. It is possible. It is just committing. This morning, I got the message. Push aside the frustrations, the obstacles, the doubts and the worries of really stepping into who you want to become, knowing that it is all possible. Keep pushing forward. So I get these messages all the time. I'm just like you. I have doubts. I have fears. I get paralyzed thinking, oh my gosh, if I do that, what's the outcome going to be? But then I connect. I use my tools. I'm so grateful for my tools, and I'm so grateful for my connection to God and knowing that, and I'm connected to the things I've invested in as well. You know, my support team that keeps me moving, that believes in what I'm believing in, and I get back on track. And the same is possible for you. The same is possible for you. So if you are ready to grow, to release the past, to release what's keeping you blocked, I want you to type in the chat or type in the comments, I am ready. I'm ready. Woo! I'm ready. I'm ready. Who's joining me? We're going to make 2023 a magical year. Are you in? Are you in? I hope so. I am so ready. I'm there right with you. I'm there to hold your hand. And so if that is you, I am going to invite you to direct message me. Let me know that you are ready, and I will provide a link to my calendar, and let's talk. Because I know this for sure. If you continue doing what you're doing, you're going to end up with the same thing. To change, we have to do something different. To change, we have to do something different. And so if you're ready, DM me. Let's plan out 2023. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. This is my passion. This is what I have invested my resources and time and energy and learning how to do, so that I can help you. I can help you get what you want in your life through programs, through coaching, through changing that mindset, changing your beliefs, creating new neural pathways, unhooking you from those fears and doubts so that you can step into who you are meant to be. So I want to thank you so much for being here with me. And just remember, I believe in you. I believe in you. If you aren't there yet and believing in yourself, just know that I believe in you. And all we need is a corner, just a little bit of your mind to move you forward, to get you going. I see you shining. So much love to you. Bye for now.